Hello, and welcome back to Beethro's Teacher. A supposedly 9-brain hold, and we did do a puzzle room, I would say, here, and then a horde room here. Got a little taste of both. I'm hoping we're not going to get too many more of these horde rooms. I don't mind doing this type of room from time to time, but along with most of the DROD community, I think we've definitely shifted a preference towards the linchpin puzzle design rather than the horde combat design. And in particular, as somebody doing Let's Plays, like, I don't mind doing this sort of stuff on my own, but I find that I don't really have any commentary to make for it when I'm playing it in a Let's Play format. It was an alright horde room. This room I liked a lot. And now we are here. Let us analyze the room before we risk Denfrey coming in and spoiling it for us. Although, he might just end up saying something incredibly obvious. Alright, so I think I figured out what the arrows are for. They are mimic traps. Because at first I thought we're going to be leading a Roach Queen through this mess somehow, which would be awful, but no. Mimic is probably also going to be awful, but hopefully less awful. Or this might just be a combat room, where we have to manage our movement. Okay, so this seems like it's probably where we start. On its own, it doesn't do anything for us, but with the arrows, we can never get back in there. Okay, we have to hit both of those to get in here. We have to hit both of those to get in here, and then we hit this to be able to kill everything. Okay, so it looks to me like this is just about surviving roach spawns while not getting a mimic stuck. I do get some mobility here. Like, I can push against obstacles, I mean, to gain height. But, yeah, we can see how this is already becoming a problem. Oh. We get a brief burst of speed, and then we get stuck. I guess I can do that to get some extra distance. And then use the cover. Okay, I think we're okay here. Yeah, so far this isn't too bad. Easiest room so far. We'll just use that diagonal arrow to recenter ourselves. You know what? Let's just park on there. Using these diagonal arrows is making a huge difference. Because it turns out there's actually a lot of moves you can make when you're on a diagonal arrow. Here is a bit of a problem. I needed a little bit more height. Let's not move diagonally. Let's move orthogonally. Let's just wait. More height. That's enough room to turn around. Not a lot to say about this, I'm just kind of going through the motions. This might be really bad. We managed to survive. That arrow was pretty handy in the end. Alright, and we've hit the orb. So now we're done. And I'm pretty sure we don't need that mimic for anything, so I can just freely do all this. This part didn't really matter, but I guess it probably existed. Same with these roach queens over here, so that I couldn't just go north at the very beginning of the room and then ignore the roach queens while doing everything. Alright. Given the number of force arrows everywhere, I was not expecting this to be the easiest room. I was kind of scared of it at the end of last episode, not gonna lie. Alright, south. Let's see what's this way. That's a lot of trapdoors. And no... good news, no mimic, and no trapdoor gate. I'd say that's two very good bits of news. So what's actually going on here? These release the corresponding roach queen. Okay, that's good. We go in here. Open some doors. Go back. Open some more doors. And finally open this. Okay, I think what this mechanism is saying is I need a regular roach in here to block the roach queen, because there's no way of catching the roach queen and preventing her from going into this trap. And even if I let her go to here and spawn, then there's a roach in the trap. So no, I need a roach in here to come this way. Which, given that I'm shuffling back and forth so many times, might mean that I need this entire row filled with roaches. And that's probably what these are for, is to knock the roaches off, so there's no weird preference shenanigan going on. Four, 8, 12, 16, 18. So if my assumption is correct, we need to spawn 19 roaches off of 4 roach queens. So really, we want to just spawn as many roaches as possible off of 4 roach queens, probably. Roach queens that get past these arrows are just going to be cleaned up later, that's not an issue. This lets me out. Okay. So a little bit of parsing, but my actual options are fairly limited. I can chase the queens in a direction, or I can have the queens spawn directly. Now, if I have the queen going... Oh no, you don't spawn on 4 zeros, never mind. And there's no way to get a roach on those 4 zeros, so if you get here, you're just gonna keep going. I was thinking you could maybe get trapped in a bucket there and just spawn infinitely. One thing I am noticing, or I did notice right away, is this. These are all opens, not toggles, right? Yes. So if I just wait here... So that's 7 already. And I can get 1 more out of this roach queen if I do that. It could have been either here or here. Okay. Yeah. And that's what we're seeing about the roaches getting stuck. It doesn't matter. How many did I need again? 12, 16, 18. Plus 1 is 19. Okay, so I need another 11. Unfortunately, that particular trick is only going to work here because there's no trapdoor under it. I can do the same thing here, trapping it, but I'm only going to get 1 out of that. So you... I can get 2 or 3... 3, 6. 10. Some short one. Can I do better than 2 with you? Well, I can do 3. But I think that's the best I'm gonna get. And I don't know that I can trap them any further. So you... I was saying I could get 3. I think I can see how I can get 4. I can get 4 if I do this. And then I send you to the left and 28. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that was the one I was missing. And then for you, we go this way. And it was 2 off, 28. There's another 4. Alright, I think this is the best I can do. Now, if they don't all sort themselves... Oh, they did, but I have the extra. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. I'm just confident that I've won at this point. This is an interesting use of space, because this is a room that needed to be this big. Usually when you see a room occupying this kind of space with a mechanism, it can be... I'm just gonna cut a turn off for my high score. It can usually be... it can feel unnecessary, but this room needed to be as big as it was, so I think it was a good use of space. I am happy with that. Neat room. So that one move I saved got me a 4th place tie instead of a 6th or 6th place, or however many people had the tie. Ortho squares, Are you going to tell me that I can't move diagonally?
In this room, all you have to do is kill the roach queens. I advise you to start by hitting that orb that opens the first door.
Okay. That was, I guess, slightly more useful than the ortho square hint. So really the trick here is just going to be not running out of ground. Now, one thing I see as an issue right away is that this roach queen cannot be got while she's up there. So that means I have to use these doors as a crossover point, I think, because...
Great! You're getting good at this.
Shut up.
Right, because I'm going to need to cross over in order to deal with you, because I need to get up to one of these 2 tiles to chase you south. And I need to do that without blocking access to this. So let's start. Oh, are you going to say some more? Well, since I'm already down here... Oh no, I can't. That's what that arrow's for. Well, I can go across like this.
Nice one.
And then... Yeah, I think this is going to be fine. I had too many roach queens go over there though, so it actually was not, in fact, a nice one. Okay. So that means... How do I deal with this? Because I've got 2 separate problems here. I don't want you getting in here, but I can't kill you without sending you north, and I can't kill you without sending you east. Alright, let's just do this first. That's fine, I think. It would have been fine if I had left myself some space over there. This is very uncomfortable. Too many. Okay. So I need to, before doing this, I need to stab a roach. I think that's what I'm seeing. Stab a roach. Goes like, instant I go south, I lose. Instant I go this way, though. Okay, well... I don't want that down. I mean, I can just cut that off.
Nice one.
Okay, so I think that might have done it.
Show them how fierce you can be.
Okay. I am reasonably certain that that was all correct. Interesting use of the open door on this, and a feeling like I don't like this alcove right here. It opens everything, doesn't it? Sure does. Well, this is really going to be like 5 separate puzzles. I don't think there's any connection really between these. This is an example of space being used up in a way I don't like, where it's just like, we're just going to do the same thing, but
now,
more.
Clear this chamber just as you did the previous one.
Oh, plug it.
Alright, so... no matter what I do, stuff is gonna get in there. So let's, yeah, okay, I had a feeling. I could probably... if I just wait here, do you go up? No. I can't ever do that. Okay. Oh, are you gonna say something if one gets in there?
No, no, not at all. You're not supposed to let the queens in there.
Alright, so I think it's the same sort of thing where I don't want the roaches getting in there, so to get them out I have to go over here, but in order to do that, that's going to get the roaches over here, and I want to block that, but in order to do that I have to reduce the number of roaches. So I think the first goal maybe is actually just clearing them out of this, and then blocking, dropping that tile so they can't get back into it later. Could go up right now, but then I'd be in a bad spot. So let's just do this and see why this is an issue. I can still reach everything. But I didn't kill enough. The thing is, if I go up... yeah, I think this is already a loss because I can't get them to go over far enough so that I can get around here. I did drop that right from the start. Okay. That is a much better way to start this room. Because that lets me get up here. I think it's still going to cause us some issues. So here then, let's do that and kill one of them early. That didn't make any difference at all. Maybe. Oh, I can't get out. If I go any further over. Right. I can't get out of here twice. Okay, so I can't drop that. Well, if this didn't make a difference at all anyway, let's just do that. I don't think this is gonna work, but let's try it. Yeah, okay, they slid up. If I do that, though, I get you out of the way. This doesn't work. if I do this? That's terrible. And also, I don't have a way to get off of this again. Well, I think going this way is better. As opposed to taking out that tile. That tile seems very important. This tile, once things are over to the right, I can just take the longer path and it doesn't matter. That... I don't think that does anything good for us. There is a checkpoint. If I'm going to reset, I could just...
Now, clear this chamber just as you did the previous one.
Oh, plug it.
I guess one thing I didn't try last time is I can go, like, yeah, those, if I go left right here, I can actually change the way that they move. So this is going to give me a different setup from the start. If I do that, nobody gets stuck in here. Does that do any good for me, though? Yeah, this is looking pretty good. So now I can just go this way. Okay. So just a different start made that come together really easily. Well, this is what we've got. Hey, it's our favorite shape. Breakable walls, I guess that just gives us some options. We don't want anybody down here. These three just get taken care of for free, right? No, that one's... okay, what's going on here? Turn order is what's going on.
You'll need real skill to get the Roach Queen in the bottom of that chamber now.
Yeah. There's not any way to get her out. Alright, I was just checking to see what was going to happen. So if turn order had been friendlier, I was looking at this and it's like, oh, they're just all going to get stuck in here. That's amazing. No, no such luck. However, and there's a spot here. He doesn't have a comment about that, but that is also very bad. So I can wait until there, but then it's too late, so I can't wait here. So I have to get you in here, which means... the good news is, my options are incredibly limited here. Bad news is... we still lose. That didn't help. I was trying to change how they move because I saw I could slide for a turn. It is open and not toggle. I'm just completely ignoring the top part.
Good stabbing technique.
But that's the issue now. And I don't think there's any benefit to me for turning like this. Because then I'm just one turn behind if I'm trying to run. So in fact, let's just turn like that before we hit the checkpoint. So that's forced. That's forced. If I want to wait until you're over... no, because I tried this already. You're never going to slide until now, at which point I'm too late.
You'll need real skill to get the Roach Queen in the bottom of that chamber now.
This doesn't seem possible. There's too many restraints, and you can't satisfy all of them. Going earlier doesn't matter because you're always just going to move south until you can't move south. So I can't affect you. So I just have to go, okay, just do the dumb thing. Just run as far south as you can, okay. Interesting. Unfortunately, you are still a huge problem. Now, I could do that. Which, interestingly, isn't an ortho square, but that doesn't help me because everything diagonally adjacent to it is. But the problem is I can't reuse this square because there are only 3 trapdoors adjacent to it. And I need this clear to get out. Well, I can just never go to the right until I've dealt with you, I guess. Alright, let's try that.
Good stabbing technique.
Alright, that still leaves me a path back. Okay, so again, it just seems to be get the start of it figured out and the rest of the room comes together. I'm assuming there's no reason we would want to leave that Roach Queen alive. feel like that's just making any potential issues we have worse. I don't think there's anything I can do to affect the Roach Queens here. How many turns? Yeah, everybody is... Like, even if I was one turn faster, I wouldn't be changing how any of this works. They're just going to do what they're going to do. Okay, so I need to get down here. Well, first problem is that even if I get down here, I can demonstrate this. We have too many roaches here. Because when I step in this row, this one goes back down. So, what I actually need to do is kill those. Is this gonna work? Okay. That seemed way too easy. And then this one... This is as quickly as we can get in, based on our orientation, and we can't affect any roach movement. Okay, they're just going to end up like that. Nothing I do is going to affect their movement before they get into that position. You going out that way is fine with me. Maybe it wasn't actually. I deliberately cut this off to try to close off these pockets on the side so that I don't have to go into them later. Let's just go up the middle, I guess. And see if this is gonna work. That's a problem. And I can't just cut that off because I need that path to get out. Well, I don't need... that path, though. I think. Oh, thank goodness that's done. That took me way longer than I wanted it to. Yeah, as I said, oh no, ortho squares. You'd think they would make things simpler, but you kind of just get used to how things work in DROD, and then ortho squares make things really uncomfortable. Okay, this is a nice simple room, just a single roach queen. And I was going to say she can't even lay any eggs, but the tile she's on is an egg-laying spot, I believe, unless she's on an arrow. Oh, how bad could it be? Nice and simple, right? We'll do... Well, we've already done 3 rooms today. These were the easy rooms. Even that last ortho square room, it wasn't that hard, it was just kind of long. Which is a different thing. Okay, so what can I do here? I can release a Roach Queen. You know what? Instead of analyzing this, let's just do it. Pearls, just random side note here, Pearls is doing a playthrough of The Descent of King Hesper right now. And watching him play has been fascinating, because the way he plays DROD is very different from anyone else that I've seen play DROD. He just very much rushes into things and does things quickly. His finger work is very quick, and his approach to solving complicated things is just to try things instead of stopping to analyze things. It's just very, very interesting to see different player styles. So maybe that, you know, sometimes, especially when you've got a lot of complicated connections, I think trying things is actually a better way to do it than actually analyzing things. Probably. Alright, so I can get you here. I have a suspicion, so I guess I'll just say it now. My suspicion for what the trick for this room is going to be is that we're going to want to lay an egg on here and then do something where we get like a roach stuck on a force arrow. No, that's dumb. The roach can't get out. Okay, I'm glad I started wording that. Because I just talked myself out of it. That is an interesting idea for a linchpin puzzle, though. I might have to steal that. I'll steal that. It is my own idea. I came up with it. I'm gonna have to use that for a room somewhere. Set up like this, where the trick is that you actually spawn a roach and then put the roach on an arrow so that you can slide the queen across it. And then have, I guess, the internal trap designed in such a way that a queen couldn't escape from it, but a roach could. I don't know. It has potential. Anyway, I can close this. So, obvious problem is that no matter which way around I go, queen goes into a trap. I'll just quickly demonstrate that to make sure I'm not completely off about that. So we've already lost at this point. But we did open this, so stage 3 is hitting this orb. And why would we ever hit this orb? We will never have a scenario in which a roach queen... Okay, so actually, this is telling me that a roach is involved in the solution somehow. Probably to keep the roach queen stopped in here, so that... Well, no, I don't know. A roach is involved, because this is how we kill the roach. Because this setup here, this will let us kill a roach. There is no way we are ever killing the roach queen when she will be here when we go in here and hit the orb. Like there's just no way. Even if she's trapped on a roach, that's not happening. And then to kill the roach queen, I guess, once the queen is on this arrow, then we just do that. Okay. Well, this is mysterious. So, rather than getting the queen here right away, I can chase the queen around this way. I don't think that does a whole lot for me. It does let me hit this orb, though. And hitting that orb prevents me from spawning a roach. And I'm never going to be able to open this again. Alright, so next question. If I assume that I want a roach, and the only reason I'm assuming I want a roach is because of this setup letting me kill a roach at the end. If I assume that I want a roach, how would I even spawn one? Because this has to be the first move. And Queen will not spawn on the square that she leaves. So she's not spawning here. So not on this move. So this setup is mandatory. This is how the room starts. And just double check. Yeah, don't want to do that yet, and I can't hit either of the other two orbs. So this is how the room starts. Oh, probably a secret. Oh no. Okay. So let's not hit the orb yet. Okay, I got the Roach Queen over here. Despite my best effort, the Queen will go there. And then she'll go here. I don't think she's going on that arrow anytime soon. Like, I can put her in there again, which doesn't really do me any good. So let's just bring the Queen back out. With perfect timing, I can get a roach this way. Okay, so if I was one turn faster, I would have just had a roach. Can I save a turn anywhere in what I've done? Yes. Now, do I just want one roach? What does a roach even let me do? First thought. Well, okay. We have to go around this way. First thought is if I get the roach here, then the Queen will be here and I can easily get her on the arrow from there. So let's just assume it's a single roach. That's fine. So if I do that, can I get the Roach Queen out on this side? Yes. Okay. This might be my favorite roach maze that I've ever seen. This was pretty good. No reason to keep you alive. And then we bring you in here. let's go for the high score instead of for the secret. 12th place. Good enough. Okay. Since I'm seeing it now, we're just going to deal with having a red room on the minimap for a bit. But let's start next time with a secret. Unless it's story, and then we'll just do it right now. This does not look like story. Okay. Well, this is where we will start next time. Really liking this hold so far. A lot of good things with some simple elements. And, oh, 2 mimics. This is going to be terrifying. Well, we'll try it next time. I'll see you then.